So now I'm going to try and incorporate some of the ideas I talked about building a roadmap for your INE. And I'll try to do it from scratch, kind of off the top of the head, but it'll be a little bit more condensed just for the sake of time. So, maybe we'll do a strong intro, a melodic section for part 2 with a groove, and then try to end with something a little bit more flashy. But one thing I would suggest is for your intro, you might want to do some parts that are familiar to you and not so challenging that you might drop your stick or, try a trick or a scrape pattern where you hit rim. There's a lot of things that can go wrong prior to your INE that are out of your control, whether it's showing up late because of the bus being late or not knowing what room you're in. There's your friends and your peers around you and other corps members who want to probably see you mess up. So I would just say try to lessen that room for error and play something familiar. Cool. For me, I'll try to think of something that I can play that's strong enough but not so challenging that I know I'll screw up. And then we'll break it up and kind of piece it all together. Cool. Okay, so that's our first intro section. From that shot, maybe I'll do a trick and then try to work our way into section 2, which will be the melody. Okay, so from here, do a trick, and I'm going to try to end on drum 4. So I'm kind of giving myself some bullet points. Okay, INE over. I already blew it. Just kidding. One more time. Okay, that's a little better. So one-handed roll, hit a skank. Now we're in section 2. And I think I'll switch from what we're playing now is pretty 16th note, 32nd note heavy. So maybe we'll break it up and swing a little bit and go into more triplets. All right, so from here. I like that. Cool, let's go back to the beginning and try to piece that together. I apologize if I don't play it note for note perfectly every time. Hopefully when I do that, that's another thing. I want to catch it with the beat on the right side so I don't have to do something a little bit more risky. So from there, I think I'll stick with that same melody idea and add in some more notes around it to kind of beef it up. So we ended with this. Okay, maybe we'll try to go into a scrape pattern to start to work towards the outro. So let's go back to the beginning. I'll give it one more try and then we'll piece it all together and run it. Cool. Okay, I'm kind of getting the idea of it. Gotta clean up some of that groove, but now we're at the scrape part, so let's just try something flashy. I'll probably hit a good amount of rims, and then wherever my hands go, slam through, give it a little deuces visual, and then we're out. Okay? So here is my 2021 INE. I'll get set. Still catching it on the wrong side of the stick, but that's good enough for me. Yeah, so thanks again to NCPA for having me and Justin for reaching out. Hopefully there are plenty of other amazing clinicians that can give you some insight for the year and keep you motivated to, try and improve. And like I said, just pick one thing. It could be I want to get better at my taps, or I want to get better at my, triplet rolls. It could be whatever you want. I started from a really, I don't want to curse or anything, but I was a pretty bad drummer when I got started on quads because I was mostly a drum set player. So I thought, you know, the technique would just be identical, but I had a lot to learn when I was younger, and just stick with it. There's a lot you can improve on this year while you have the time off. And then that way, when the world opens up, you'll just be in better shape to kill it. So thanks again.